Hi everyone, 1st of March, 2nd of March, it's after midnight. It's about 3:30 in the morning, just the usual. Can't sleep, so I thought I'd get up and just have a bit of a chat. I did a talk earlier, late last week, and was not having a very good day at all. And right at the very end of my sharing, I just said, wish I wasn't born. Wish I wasn't born today. I just don't want to be here today. Sometimes I can say things and I feel like I'm desensitized to it. I said that to my mum one day, just out of, anger of just that moment. And she just looked at me really strange like. I said, oh, no, Mum, it doesn't mean anything like that. I'm just how I feel for the moment. And so I need to really be very careful of the words that I choose. I realise that doing podcasts like this, I would sincerely hate, more to the point I would never forgive myself, if I was to say something that would trigger something terribly wrong for someone else. Don't get me wrong, if something I share triggers something for you, that's good. That's really good. I see that it's good. It then poses a question and a thought, what are you going to do with it? If there's something that I say that you so vehemently disagree with, that's good, because that's a great place to start for yourself. It no longer becomes my problem, it becomes your problem, your issue. You're the one that's having this, be it an adverse effect or emotionally moved due to something that I've shared or someone else has shared. It's about putting perspective where perspective lies. And I remember early in recovery, someone would share something and, oh God, I just want to throw rocks at the person that shared. Whereas my sponsor had said to me, Tiny, it's not about them, it's about you. Once you've had something triggered within yourself, what are you going to do about it? What am I going to do about it? And 9 times out of 10, I needed to go home and do some writing about it or chat with my sponsor about it. I needed to own what it was that it had bringing up inside of me. The podcast that I did last week, as I said, I wasn't having a good day, and I was talking about having to be a grown-up and doing grown-up things, and a specific issue that is in my life at the moment, and I've needed to bring a third party into this, a lawyer basically into it, and it makes me feel, I don't know, it's a bit daunting. I just sometimes or some days I just don't want to bloody be an adult. Some days, if I'm dealing with something to the best of my ability and I've still got to take it further, it just shits me. Something that I've not done or I've not, stirred the problem for there to be a problem, but I'm the one that has to walk the road because I'm being an adult today and I need to sort this shit out. And I just don't want to be a bloody adult. I don't. I've got several things happening for me at the moment that are not of my cause, or I haven't caused them, but they've happened. And it's just been a challenging time, a really challenging time. I've got to go through paperwork and figure out various things and be organised, as I've got to send this paperwork off to a lawyer, and it's like, oh, Jesus, Tone, here we go again. Yeah, but at the end I found myself saying, I don't want to do this. I don't want to be a grown-up. I just, I don't want to be here today. Some days I wished I wasn't born. And I do have days where I wished I wasn't born. Doesn't mean I'm going to go out and kill myself. It just, for me anyway, it just means that I'm having a moment that I don't want to be a grown-up, and that, I'm struggling to find closure with it. I really am. I'm struggling. I'd love to go into detail on here as to what these issues are, but it's just not the appropriate place to do so. Maybe after, if there's a possible outcome for it, I will share about it then, but it's just not appropriate to share about it now. So I was going to say something then. I was watching some documentaries through the week, on the weekend I should say, and all three of them seem to have been about women who have faked a cause for people to give money. And they've all faked cancer to get money. And I just think, God, that's just the pits. It's the bottom. It's at the bottom of the pit. It's horrible. And to not feel any kind of remorse with it, that's a bit scary if you ask me. If they've done this thing, if they've gained X amount of dollars and they're not even feeling remorseful for what they've done. Narcissistic, yes. Obviously grandiose, yes. But surely there'd be some element of remorse there, surely. Otherwise, to me, they haven't learnt their lesson. If there is no remorse there at all, or no guilt at all for what they've done, they just haven't learnt their lesson. Hopefully that lesson will come around when it comes to court time. Who knows? One of them, this lady was talking about subscriptions, and I had no idea what she was talking about. And I said to my son, what's the go with subscriptions or something with YouTube? And he explained to me that if you get so many subscriptions, that YouTube will pay you. And I thought, God, people are apparently earning an income from it. I know nothing about it because I'm not really big on computers, so I don't really know all about this stuff. So I'm not going to sit here and say, subscribe, like I've seen other people do, and give that stupid hand signal, and because that's not what I'm here for. I'm here because I'm wanting to share what my really off, shitty, down days are like. for me what it feels like when I'm wanting to overeat, or the days that I feel like I'm wanting to, be it self-harm, be it feeling suicidal. It got me remembering one time when I was on a train. I wasn't travelling very far, and this young girl, probably 16, 17, she got on the train and she was 3 or 4 seats in front of me, and she just cried and cried. Like, she was very quiet about it, but she just cried and cried. An elderly couple that was sitting beside me, they thought they would try and reach out to her and talk, and she just grumped at them, which was her prerogative to do so. And I thought, oh, gee, how could I try this? So I walked past her and went to the toilet and came back and accidentally dropped a few things just near her. And she bent down to help me to pick them up. And I just said to her very quietly, are you okay? And we got talking, and she was sharing what was happening for her, and she was suicidal. And I said to her, it's okay to feel that. It's okay that you feel that. It's when we want to hide it is when we're in trouble. That's the way I look at it anyway, that if I'm not wanting to share where I'm at, if I'm running really rough and I don't want to share with anybody where I'm at, that's dangerous times for me. But if I'm verbalising what's going on within me, be it to a close friend, be it I go to an AA, an NA or OA meeting, there's so many bloody meetings these days. And truth be told, I haven't been to a meeting for probably 15 years. There's a saying at AA, you lose meetings, you pick up, something like that. You stop going to meetings, you pick up. But dynamics for me changed as I grew and as the family grew, and it just got really, really hard to take 4 kids at various ages along to meetings. Oh, fuck, I didn't get a meeting, so I stopped going. It was just the most, I don't know. Yeah, it was just the best thing that I could have done, the easiest thing to have done. And old Joe, for those of you who remember old Joe, he used to say too that it was hard for him when he had all the kids at home. He married a lady that had 6 kids, and he took the kids on, and he said it was very, very hard to get to meetings with all 6 kids. So I know I'm not looking for a justification to not go to a meeting. I just haven't gone. I just haven't been. And sometimes the meetings too can be very, very challenging at times and very competitive. There's too much competition. There's fucking competition everywhere in the world. I've run into a few members that, obviously have gone to AA, and the first question they ask is, have you picked up a drink? And I just think, is that the competitive stakes that you're at? Like, not so long ago I was asked, how's your relationship with God, Tony? And I honestly, I nearly bit his fucking jugular vein out, this poor guy, because I just think that's rude. It's just bloody rude. You don't ask people those sort of things. God, I remember hearing one time of one lady, she was in Target, of all places, and ran into a member. And this AA member said to her, Well, if you believe in God and you're not scared to show it, you will get down on your hands and knees right here and now with me near the foyer of Target and pray. And this poor woman, she actually got down and prayed. She felt very embarrassed doing it, but she got down and prayed. And I remember saying to her after, I'm really sorry, but I think what you have been asked to do was wrong. You know, there is nowhere written anywhere that you must do that. You know, have your own personal time to pray, but you don't need to stand or sit or kneel in the foyer of Target or Kmart or wherever it be to pray. If the other person wants to do that, that's on them. But for yourself, you're allowed to put some discretion in there, and you're allowed to choose whether you do or don't. And if you don't feel bad about it. If you do, don't feel bad about it, because you did. So many questions, and I suppose in a sense there's so many individuals that go along to the 12-step meetings, so there's going to be a lot of opinions there, and God, I used to get angry at those opinions. I really did. God. Anyway, I don't know. I don't think I had the intention of talking about AA and NA when I first started talking. That wasn't my intention at all. What to share, hey? What to share. I said before that I feel like I've been somewhat desensitised to, to feeling suicidal and the things that I say when I'm suicidal. Someone once said to me, why don't you talk to your son about it when you're feeling like that? Oh, it was a support person. And I just looked at this person and I said, like fucking hell I will be. That's just not appropriate. My son got home last week and I was having a panic attack. That was bad enough. I get embarrassed when those things happen, especially in front of my kids. It's not for my son to fix me. It's not. He can help me, but it's not for him to fix me. Maybe some people don't believe in that. I don't know. But I believe that it's not up to my children to fix me. When I say children, my children have grown, so I need to start saying young men instead of children, because they're not little anymore. They're not little. They're sort of 21, 23, 25 and 27. But I suppose in a way they'll always be my children. However, I think at the moment the only thing that's keeping me going are my beautiful boys, my two beautiful boys that are talking to me, and my two beautiful boys that aren't talking to me. I really wish they would talk to me. Just iron out all these fucking bullshit lies. Honestly. And all the bullshit lies that get stretched out and... oh man. I mean, life itself is hard enough as it is, let alone, having that extra murkiness within the family. It's, I don't like that. I mean, my siblings alone, they don't want anything to do with me. So You know, how the hell am I meant to get my 2 boys that don't want anything to do with me to talk to me? I have no idea how to do it. You know, write a letter. You know, they'd probably just throw the bloody thing out. I've tried calling and they don't answer. You know, but, itchy neck. It just, sometimes I wish there were, the life itself was much easier. I really do. It, I don't want to be in this spot in 12 months' time. I want to believe that I've grown, that I've put one foot in front of the other, and I've grown and I've moved forward. And it's going to be, and it's nice in here for me to believe that other people will do the same. That there's growth for everybody. Everybody. Yeah. Even my horse. I do a little something at the end of each time I go and feed him. Just, you know, ground rules, I suppose. Just get him to do a little something. He's a bit too big to not have rules around, so I need to have something there, something set in place. I'm pretty tired, you know, it's bloody near 4 o'clock and my son will be up very soon to go to work. And here I am, you know, blur, blur, trying to share. But I might just leave it there, just leave it as a very quick share. Because I am tired, very tired. And I really do hope tomorrow's a much better day for me. I really do. I'd love to hear from my 2 sons, my other sons that don't talk, but I can't make them do anything. They're adults now, so I can't make them do anything. But it doesn't mean I don't love them, because I do. I absolutely love and I absolutely adore all 4 of my boys. And nothing can stop me from doing that. Nothing. Not even that crotchety old lady that said to me, "Oh, aren't you over that yet?" No. If you're listening to this, lady, you want to think about that very clearly. Very, very clearly. Because that just might be the wrong information to give to someone one day. It might just be the wrong information to give to someone one day. Anyway, hope you take care. Well, not hope, but please take care and we'll talk soon. Okay, bye.